That's the deal, y'all. Like, comment, subscribe. Like, comment, subscribe. Like, comment, subscribe. Good news, you use. Good knowledge, can't nobody college, big dog. Rich Trapper tapping in TNN Trap News Network. Yes, that's TNN Trap News Network. It's that good news you can use. It's that good knowledge. You're not finna get nobody's college, big dog. Tap in with that tap in to make sure you are, in fact, tapped in with that good tap in. You feel me? You feel me? Hit that notification bell. Hit the like, hit the comment, hit the get subscribe button for everything we got going on here at TNN Trap News Network. It's that news you can use. That knowledge you ain't finna get nobody's college, big dog. Tap in with that tap in. If you ain't tapped in with that good tap in. And we need y'all to hit that notification bell, make sure y'all are always tapped in what we got going on. And if you would like to be a part of this Rich Trapper Mafia, hit us up on Instagram, TRAPNEWSNETWORX. That's Trap News Network. Hit us up on Instagram to be a part of this Rich Trapper Mafia. You would like to be a correspondent for Trap News Network. This is a potentially paid opportunity. So if you want to get you some chili for doing the news you can use, some knowledge you ain't finna get nobody's college, let me know something, man. We would love to have you aboard this Trap News Network team. We finna jump into this content, man, but before we do, hit the description. Make sure you sign a petition to get Pathetic Fatso up out of these great United States. You feel me? Hit the petition. Support the deport all 2025. Going into the 2028 presidential election, man. We want to get Pathetic Fatso out of here. You feel me? We finna jump into this content, man. Let's see over here, my man, Urban Politician. No, I'm lying. We already went through Urban Politician. Somebody told me that Dubs has some things to say. If y'all don't remember, we had a conversation with with Chill from 16 to Life. Big shout out to Chill from 16 to Life. We had a conversation with bro, and it went pretty well, but we were talking about the racial tension between blacks and Mexicans. But let me see. Hold on. All right, let's get into what Dubs has to say.
The other day, I ran across a channel. I think it's called Ace Boy Plun. Hopefully, I got the name right. And he was talking about, I guess, a disagreement between two platforms. One of them, Raza, and the other one, Black. The Raza one is not somebody that I like or I'm cool with. I don't hate him. I just don't care for him. And the Black platform was
Viral Wave.
A smaller platform.
You're talking about Viral Way versus Hatersworld.
Upcoming called The Viral Way, right? And Ace Boy Pun was talking about how, like these two platforms were, kind of doing the race thing. And I didn't see what the Raza platform, I didn't see what they said. I only watched a couple minutes of the Ace Boy Pun video, and he said straight out he's not with that stuff. So then I went over to the Viral Way. I wanted to see what they had actually said, and the only thing I could see was where they were saying they don't have any issues with Raza. They're not anti-Raza. They're not anti-Mexican. And that they felt that because they're from Long Beach, that people like to throw that out there because there has been for a very long time stuff going on out that way. Okay.
It's extreme racial tension between the blacks and Mexicans in the city of Long Beach. The Longos versus basically all the black gangs in the city of Long Beach has been a long time standing problem. So yeah, that could have a lot to do with why people come with that perception of the Viral Way. But them dudes be chilling, they be minding their business. I've never really seen them go too crazy on anyone who didn't necessarily start something with them first. You feel me? So let's kind of throw that out there. And it was a response to Blue Devil's statement that he said that blacks keep Mexicans out of the music industry when in fact blacks don't control any power more than any Mexican in the music industry. You've never seen a record label, a major record label owned by a black person. So, there's that.
And it's not just Mexican and black, it's Mexican and Asian. It's an unfortunate thing. And it's all based off of gangbanging. Now, the reason why I'm making this video is this. The Viral Way made their video, and they said straight out, they're not with hating on Mexicans. That's not on their agenda. It's not on their plate, right? And you look in the comment section, and it's just like with the Tory Lanez thing. You look at the comment section, And there are a lot of people who are constantly talking about Mexicans this, Mexicans that, Mexicans are racist, Mexicans gotta pay, Mexicans this, Mexicans that. And I'm just like, damn. All these guys that feel this way, all these guys that in the comment section are trying to create strife and hatred, beef and bloodshed, how many of them, if that unfortunate thing took place, how many of them are going to be on the front lines? Possibly killing, possibly dying. I feel confident in saying zero, not one of them.
Somehow I feel like, I ain't gonna say he is, I ain't gonna say he not, but in my opinion, I feel like Dubs is taking direct shots at Blue Devil over at Hatersworld right now, because you know they got their issue, they got their 1-2 step like Sierra, they don't be seeing eye to eye. Dubs will say that Hatersworld is a hater, obviously. Hatersworld will say that Dubs is a dropout. It's a lot of back and forth 1-2 stepping like Sierra, but it's an interesting concept that they got going on.
It blows my mind that all these decades later, you know, there was a thing that broke out in Southern California in the 90s. Man, Holmes, we're far from that era. Far from that time. You look at a lot of the raza nowadays, they don't talk like
That's not true, because there's still racial tensions going on. As it being May 20th right now, 2025, 8:40 in the morning in Atlanta, 5:40 in the morning in Los Angeles, California. There's still racial tensions between Mexican gangs going at blacks who don't even gangbang right now within the city of Compton. That's an active issue right now, so it's actually not that far away. And the more we pretend like it's far away and it's not something that's going on, or oh, it's the past and it didn't happen anymore, blah blah blah, the longer it's going to take for us to actually come to a resolve to stop these things from happening, because you can't continue to pretend it's like something's not happening and then expect it to change.
I talk. They don't talk like dudes my generation talk. They don't dress like we dress. They dress more like the people that they allegedly hate. It almost seems like they have more in common with them than me. And I hear this whole hate thing. I don't get where it seems like the people that aren't from down here, that aren't from Southern California, that maybe even some of them lived in Southern California back in the 90s, and they think it's the same, and it's not. So if I'm going to give my 2 cents, my 2 cents would be, if you ain't living in those areas, stop acting like you know what time it is. Let these youngsters live, man. Gang violence is nowhere near what it used to be.
So I'm going to say that he's for sure like sending a message to Blue Devil. Like he's definitely talking to Hatersworld.
Back when that type of stuff went down. Criminality ain't where it used to be compared to back then. Let these youngsters live, man. Let them figure out that the world is so much bigger than the block. It took me a long time and a lot of hardships to figure that out. You know, unfortunately, for a long time, I didn't care about my last name. I cared about my neighborhood. I sacrificed everything for that. They didn't give me nothing back. I gave the system, from a juvenile to an adult, I gave the system 30 years, man. And at the end of the day, I wasted my time. I'm lucky, man. I'm blessed to be here. However long I'm here, I'm blessed. So those of you that are trying to foment this violence between two communities that are already struggling, Get on with that, man. You're not a part of it. And then those of you that are and that talk about that, that really makes no sense. You know, I've said this a lot of times that prior to the internet, prior to the cell phones, prior to this whole new technological era, we only knew what was inside of our house and on our block, in our city.
Well, it's called the World Wide Web, and again, it's connecting the entire, world. You feel me? It's literally in the name, World Wide Web. So just keep that in mind when you're putting things on the internet. It's for the entire world.
I've literally had conversations with dudes that were so gangbanged out that they were telling me, and they're from LA County, and they were telling me the San Fernando Valley was in LA County. I said, damn, this dude is so gangbanged out, he only knows what's around him. I was like, so in juvenile hall, you don't remember seeing them dudes? Like, what do you mean? But that was the reality for some. That's an extreme version of reality. But back in our days growing up, dudes that started gangbanging in the 80s and 90s, what you knew, your world, was what was around you, the immediate vicinity. These kids nowadays, man, they got these phones. They got all these, they have so much to show them how big the world is. And I think that's a part of the reason why gangbanging isn't as big. I don't know. I don't know what the reason is, but we can't even entertain people that are trying to foment violence. Like, I'm getting to the point where I want to just start blocking, excuse me, I want to just start blocking anybody in the comment section. I don't care what nationality you are. Anybody that's trying to spit hatred towards another ethnicity.
Why wouldn't you do that? I do that all the time. You come in my comments saying anything that I don't like, that I don't feel is appropriate for my channel, or that I just don't want to see, I'll block you. I don't know where this whole narrative came from. Oh, don't block them. Let them say what they want to say. Why the hell would I let you come into my house and annoy me? That's like you be saying I should be able to walk into your house right now and do any annoying thing that I want to do. Oh, you should just let them. You should just let them. Let the comments do it. Nigga, go make a page. You can let them comments do whatever you want to do over your page.
City. My platform's not going to be a place for that. My platform is a place for me to share my life experiences, my ups, my downs, my wins, my losses, and hopefully you can learn from my mistakes. Hopefully you guys can get in the comment section, get in our Discord, interact with each other, better each other. There's enough people trying to tear each other down out there, man. And I know people are going to be like, damn, this is a few videos in a row where yeah, I said it. I'm trying to maintain. Tomorrow, maybe I go in on something. But like I said, can we just refrain from the drama till at least Tuesday and see how we feel? For those of you that are really doing it. I don't know, guys. That's my video for the day, though. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Everybody, please be safe, be smart, and tell...
Now, I do believe that the message of peace among races should be a priority. At the same time, I don't believe in sweeping things under the rugs, and I think that uncomfortable conversations need to be had so peace can be obtained. I don't think that if we continue, oh, well, it's not like that no more. It's not like that. No, it is. It is. And as long as we continue to pretend like it's not like that no more, it'll continue to stay like that. With that being said, man, we up out to the next one. Y'all know the deal is red down to the left. Y'all know the rest, and it's free Avenue Angel, so he's free. We gone.